The internet in New Zealand, I haven't seen it. You know, we're a bit behind the times. It's kind of 10 years behind the rest of the world, so they should be just getting the internet in New Zealand. I think most people have a fairly big hand in what they do with their own website, and I was definitely hands-on with the company I use out of Chicago. So, you know, it's hard to know what you need and what people around the world, and obviously they use the internet a lot. So, biggest thing I learned is the fewest clicks is best. Well, I don't know much about the whole Briscoe and Rahal. I know there was a Tagliani and Scheckter thing going on as well over Twitter, but yeah, I don't do it. I have the website keeps it up to date just with news stuff mostly, but you know, I'm on my phone so much now. If I did Twitter and tried to keep up with that, I think my wife would divorce me.
Why?
I think YouTube is always, you know, a big cling for most people to look at, you know, things that have popped up, like was it the Brazilian baby doing that dance that's like a year and a half old, and you know, I think when you see some crashes or you know, kinds of things, and motor racing is always, you know, a big thing. But you know, I think it's generally for me is to look up fun, you know, little things that have happened around the world. Well, you know, I always like to check out IndyCar.com because obviously they have all the great news about my series and the series that I'm involved in. But I'm definitely a bit of a geek when it comes to electronics and things like that. So I love Gizmodo.com, which is a cool website for anything. Also, Apple. I'm a big fan of Apple. So, you know, I know they had some big things going on this year with obviously releases. But yeah, that, and then maybe a bit of autosport and stuff that keeps you current. No, you know, I think for fans, the best way for me is obviously at the track. You know, hands-on, face-to-face is the best way. I think you can meet somebody and know them. But obviously, my website keeps everybody up to date, and occasionally, I think about twice a year, I write on my blog, so that helps. But it's probably actually it is very out of date at the moment. The favorite thing for me about the internet is Google. You can search anything. You know, you might have a little spider bite on your leg or something, and you can try and find a picture of it, or you know, find restaurants or directions or anything. The internet's fantastic. You know, I don't know what we did without it. Oh, last thing I purchased online, I think was a 80s mullet for my 80s 30th birthday that we had about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So you know, I went as Andre Agassi, so I got a sweet mullet, and then put the the Nike headband on and stuff. It looked really cool. The spider bite was a few years ago actually at Richmond, and thanks to actually the medical staff in the IndyCar series, they got rid of my spider bite.